Aly Cat is getting bullied online and this has to stop. Now, who is Aly Cat and why is she receiving so much hate on TikTok? Aly Cat is a small independent Peruvian artist who has been gaining a lot of traction on TikTok recently. Now, just a disclaimer, I'm gonna mention a bit of racism, xenophobia, some sprinkles of bullying, fatphobia, lies, rumors, and K-pop because worldwide K-pop, K-pop is just everywhere and I mean, love that, but you're gonna see how it kind of fits in this story. Now, you should also know this is gonna be a heartbreaking story of a girl with a dream who has been working for most of her life to accomplish this dream and who has been received with hatred from the world, or well, the world of TikTok. Okay, so Aly Cat is a fellow Peruvian girly, just like me, but she has been into music for most of her life. She has a small but passionate group of fans who are called the Aly Cats, so we love that. Really cute Aly Cat and the Aly Cats. Stan. Now, we don't know much about her besides what she has made public, but what we do know is that she's for sure over 18 because after she finished high school, she went to study the arts in a school where they learn the arts, the fine arts, like how to be singers and dancers and blah blah. So she knows her stuff and she's always been passionate about music. Now, she started doing covers of different songs from her favorite artists in Spanish years ago. So for example, some artists were My Chemical Romance and K-pop world sensation Twice, which love Twice, they're the OGs for me, okay? So yeah, so that's why I'm saying K-pop is involved because the importance of Twice is gonna be relevant later on in the story, okay? But just keep it in mind, she likes a lot of different artists, particularly a lot of K-pop and just pop songs, but she has doubled in different music styles. Now, she put out her single Quédate, which translated would be stay. It sounds like stay, but she just kind of separated each syllable. So, Quédate. And she put it out in 2020. That was like her first single. But it is last year that she put out her song Crush. And let's just say it ended up on the wrong side of TikTok. Like the toxic, hateful, horrible, worst side of TikTok, basically. The song Crush is definitely not my cup of tea just because I don't know, I'm not into that kind of music anymore, but it's very cutesy. Honestly, I think it's overall a good song. Like if you liked artists like Violeta, like if you know, you know, I feel like it's kind of the same vibe because it's very lovey-dovey. It's called Crush. It's very cutesy and stuff. Not my vibe, like I said, but I'm sure that when I was in my Violeta time, I would have definitely loved that song too, and I would have been a big stan because it's really cute. I think overall it's well written. She has a really good voice. This woman, okay, so talented. So honestly, I don't think she deserves any of the hate she's getting, at all, zero. But anyways, let me just talk about it now, because after Crush, she attracted a lot of haters from TikTok. A lot of people were doing remixes and memes and which to some extent can be all fun and games, but a lot of these things were hateful. Some people did criticize her music. Some people were like, oh, the lyrics, ew. Typical TikTok hating, typical online hating, ugh, her song is so bad, blah blah blah, or her voice or her whatever, right? The music is not good, blah blah. To some extent, I feel like it's valid to criticize an artist's music. I think there are ways of doing it, but I can be okay, at least they're kind of criticizing the song itself. But some people did some serious personal attacks. They were talking about her looks, her weight, her skin color. They were using the fact that she's Peruvian as an insult, because if you don't know, just little parenthesis, in Latin America, Peruvian people are just the ugly people in Latin America. I'm sorry, that's just how a lot of people just hate. When there are soccer games, I remember watching this years ago, and that's when I found out, okay, because I didn't grow up in Peru, so I didn't know that. But I saw a meme when there was I think Colombia versus Peru soccer game, and they had put a Colombian woman and a beautiful picture of a Colombian woman, which period, Colombian girls are gorgeous, 100% valid. But then they put a picture of a Peruvian girl, and it was this older lady from the mountains, and I'm why are you guys being so hateful? This is so rude. This is an actual woman. This is someone's grandma, okay, someone's mom, someone's daughter. And also in Latin America, in a lot of other countries, because I'm generalizing right now, but even in Peru, you have people of different colors, of different shades, different facial traits. A lot of us do look similar, I think, because we have a lot of our past, the Inca roots just kind of still passed on to us. But I do think that, there are some girlies in Peru that are really white and have blue eyes. Are they the normality? Are they everywhere? Not necessarily, but I just want to say there are a lot of different colors in Latin America. Some of us look Asian. Like, people think sometimes I'm Asian, which, like, I do think I have like an 16 Japanese somewhere in my life. Like, it doesn't freaking matter, you know what I mean? But I don't know, people were attacking her looks, and they're telling her she was ugly because she's Peruvian, and just making fun of her nationality and her culture and her looks, and not just her music. And I thought that was so disrespectful. And every time people hate on Peruvian people because of their looks, it also makes me really mad, because there are a lot of things to criticize from our country, but don't come for our looks, okay? Because it just makes me sad for my little sisters, you know what I mean? I don't want them to grow up having these ideas in their heads. And the fact that they just hate on young women because they're from Peru, like, this is an insult, like, your country. Like, freaking grow up, you know what I mean? Okay, just getting back to the story. This March, she released her song Cute. And just so you know, this song was ready, I think, last year already. Like, she had written it, and, like, it was already to be out, like months ago. But she didn't put it out because she was receiving so much hate after Crush that she was like, oh, I'm just gonna wait it out. So she waited it out, she put that song out, and the hatred just became so much worse. Like, people were saying that it sounded like this song Just For Me from Pink Pantheress, icon. But I don't see that much the similarity, I guess, ish, but not really. Like, not in my opinion. I wouldn't have noticed for sure until people pointed it out. I guess it was like, ish, not really. But well, people saw this, and they weren't content with just like the normal hating that they were already doing. They're like, no, let's plan like a big ass hate train that's gonna crash her down. So this is how it became much worse. They started to create like a bunch of group chats to plan like a lot of hate that they were gonna throw at her. And while all of this was happening, she was also going through something horrible, which is having a dog that was sick, and then eventually her dog did die, actually, which is super sad. I have a little dog, like, he's not even 2 years old, and he's the love of my life. So the fact that people knew that this was going on, because she was letting people know, like, hey, my dog is sick. Like, she was letting her fans know, and the haters saw this, and they're like, let's use this against her. So when the dog actually ended up dying, people, like haters in these group chats that they had created, they're like, oh my god, let's start rumors about how she crashed her dog, how she's so big that like she fell on the dog and like crashed him down. Like, what? Freaking or like, oh, let's say that she fed her dog chocolate and poisoned him, and she's the reason why he's dead. It was not even a he, it's a she, actually. I'm sorry. The thing is, like, this dog had been with Aly Cat for most of her life, so it's really particularly heartbreaking, this case. And I think that people were really heartless for doing that. Like, you do not get involved with people's pets. Like, common sense, humans, common sense. And so, like I said, in this group chats, some people had multi accounts. They were like, oh yeah, I have like 3 accounts to hate on her. Oh, I have like 5 of them. I have like, they're genuinely admitting that they have a lot of accounts to just hate on her. And they would start different kind of rumors, and people would think, oh, this is like Aly Cat saying these things because her fans or like her haters are saying this, she did this. So people would start to believe these rumors that they were making up, because with their multi accounts, they seemed like there were a lot of people hating on her. And like, she would block one of the accounts, but this person has 5 other accounts, so they could still get to her, which was honestly ridiculous. Like, these people really needed to get a life. Like, they need to freaking get a life. And to make things even worse, someone fabricated a fake comment from Aly Cat. So they acted as if Aly Cat was the one who commented this. Because it said from the creator, like, you know, like in the comment on TikTok. I'm just gonna put a screenshot there, and basically it said something around the lines that I have so much better visuals than Mina from Twice, and like, she has no talent compared to me, or something like that, right? Which is a crazy statement. Like, you do not get involved with the K-pop stans, okay? Because you're gonna get so much shit. And this is not even Aly Cat who put it, but somebody, I think, put this fabricated screenshot on Twitter, and then just a lot of people started to hate more on her. Like, a lot of people that like love Twice, who is like, it's a big group, okay? And I'm not saying everyone from like the Twice fandom was hating on them, because on Aly Cat, because obviously not every fan is gonna be toxic and hating on people. But a lot of people got mad, and then the toxic fans from that fandom definitely got really mad and started to, you know, do like a lot of threats and like say a lot of stuff to Aly Cat. Now, like I said, this comment has been proven to be like not real, 100% fabricated. And also, like I said before, she liked Twice. Why would she ever come for one of the members of Twice if she wanted to like survive in this industry? Like, she would never. So not only was she receiving hate from her haters and their multi accounts, but she was also receiving hate from people from the Twice fandom and other different fandoms. Why this was happening is because they had started to also get smart. I'm talking about the haters. Smart-ish, because they're kind of dumb if they're doing this with their lives, right? But these haters decided to, hey, let's just act like her fans, the pretty cats. So they were acting as if they were pretty cats, and they were saying like themselves like, oh my god, Aly Cat is so much better than Taylor Swift and Twice and freaking like, I don't know, like a bunch of other artists with big fandoms, just so people would be like, oh my god, the pretty cats are so like horrible. Oh my god, Aly Cat is so horrible, like she needs to like get back to like her place, and like, you know, a lot of other insults and horrible stuff to say to people. So now people from all these fandoms were also hating on her, and to some extent it was kind of obvious, okay, because you can see in this group chat, like some of them were literally between the haters, they were telling each other, oh my god guys, don't be so obvious, like they cannot know that it's us, they have to think it's the pretty cat, so do not be obvious when you're commenting crazy stuff like, oh my god, Twice sucks, for example, right? Because they're like, they're gonna know Aly Cat would never say that, because Aly Cat is not a horrible person like them haters. But anyways, and then, by the way, there are a lot of screenshots from this, like we do know that this group chats exist. But while all of this was happening, the haters also decided to start like, this was so dumb, like they were like, we're gonna like hate on God, okay? They were like, we're not only gonna come from Twice and for Taylor Swift, now we're going for God. So they started saying like, there was a new fabricated comment where Aly Cat was saying like, I don't believe in God, like he's so dumb, like blah 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 blah, which, by the way, Aly Cat confirmed later that she's Catholic. Like she would never, these words would never come out of her mouth. In Peru, like, and Latin America in general, but Peru, like people are very like religious. So it makes sense that she's Catholic and that she would never say this. But that's why people were like, oh, we're gonna say that like, let's fabricate this comment from Aly Cat, who it wasn't her, but they were saying like, let's make people believe that Aly Cat said this, so people will hate on her. So not only like, like everyone was gonna hate on her, like probably a 50-year-old lady from TikTok or Facebook, I don't freaking know, would also hate on her, being like, oh my god, this young lady saying these horrible things, right? And the fake pretty cats, so the fake fans who were actually haters, were also saying like, yeah, oh my gosh, she's so much better than God, oh my god, period, Aly Cat. So like, can you just imagine all the hatred and all the messages she was getting, all the comments of people wishing her the worst things ever? Like, it's disgusting. And at that point, some people were like, you know what, Aly Cat maybe it's not the problem, because it's been proven that her things were fabricated, but the problem is like her fans, like the pretty cats, they're so toxic, blah blah. But the thing is like, people, you need to understand it, it's not even the pretty cats or Aly Cat, it's literally the fake fans. They're like literally haters creating accounts to hate on her or act like they're her fans, and then make it worse for Aly Cat. And even if her fans were problematic, like we understand it's not her freaking fault, okay? Like everyone has like their own brain and can think about the things they're gonna say and do. But anyways, it's just horrible, and she was receiving all of this horrible words, and I think that I respect this girl so much because she has been persistent, she's been persevering, like she's brilliant, okay? Like she shines so much into this world, like she's so positive through all of this, and she keeps going on, she hasn't given up. So she's still getting a lot of hate. I don't think as much hate, because since these group chats have been exposed on Twitter and all the comments that were like horrible coming from her have been proven to be fabricated, we now know that it's not her fault. But obviously there are gonna be some people that are never gonna find out this, because some people probably don't know. Like, let's say if I hadn't known this and I just saw her commenting this, or like people saying that, and I never follow up, I would probably just my whole life think, oh my god, this is a horrible person, or her fans are so weird and toxic. But because I know what I know, and a lot of people do know now, not a lot of people are hating as much. But I just think it's horrible. I think people need to stop hating online. Like, even I have received hate and I don't have like, guys, I'm like, why am I getting hate, and why is she getting hate? Why are people getting hate? Like, it's so freaking ridiculous. And I just hope she keeps going. Please, if you like her music, like stream it, give her support, give her love. We want worldwide pretty cats, okay? Like, please, because I think she deserves it. I think she's a wonderful person and she deserves the world. And people are so horrible and rude, and they need to learn and get lives and, like, I don't know, freaking study or something, pick up a book and read. get a hobby. Do not hate. Like, why are people hating? Anyways, that's all I have to say, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.